Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I'm here on the ELM Rochester. This is a new mod map out by AE Mapping. 206.22 megabytes to download. The map looks like this. Now, this is Elm Creek, but tweaked. If you look at the map, because whenever I do a map tour, you come onto a map, you kind of look at the map, you glance at it, you look at the features, great. As you start going around, sometimes you get a feeling that a map feels similar, it feels like another map. Often when map makers have their own style, you'll notice a lot of cues from other maps on new maps. As I was going around, I was thinking, this seems really familiar. It has been tweaked, it has been changed, some of the landscape has been changed, but you'll notice, as we go around, that some of the sell points, the train which is going across the map at the moment, is in the same location as the grain silos, as is the South Valley biomass. We've got feeding grain south. There's a few different places as we go around you will notice are in the same locations, although landscaping has changed here and there, road layout and road network, that kind of thing. What I was going to do, I'll put them up on the screen. I've done a little image to come up so you can see them kind of side by side. And as I say, that's it. There's only time I'm going to mention it. So, where do we start? We go back to our map. We start here at what is essentially the main farm area. On New Farm, we start with the main farm area, 53, and Field 5, or Field 48, but Plot 5. Field prices do vary dramatically. We have got areas like this, so we've got a selection of small fields, but they all come under one plot. So we've got 5 fields there, but they're under one plot for purchasing. And the prices do go up from, say, that one there, which has got all of that on it, 585 grand. I'm trying to find one that's sort of smaller and cheaper. That one there, 104,000. And we kind of work our way up to the bigger fields like these ones, 1.2 million, 1,074,000. 1,100,000, and then we've got some, I say, medium-sized fields, 726 grand, 677, 540. Now, we have got some plots that can be purchased, and I've been around buying up different plots to check things out. Where buying them doesn't give you any extra like animal pens or triggers or anything else that come up. The biogas plant is here, we'll get to that later on. That one is 1.5 million to buy. You can't buy the land separately, you have to buy the biogas plant, that gives you the land. But we do have, frustratingly, when you go around the map, you've got this plot here, plot 3, which is a farm area. We'll whiz up and have a quick look at it. But when you buy it, you don't get any triggers for silos, sleep trigger, anything like that. But also, once purchased, I couldn't sell any of the buildings on that property. But then the reverse of that is true, that when we get up to these plots here, that one's got a farm on it, that one's got a farm on it. But you can't actually buy those plots. So it's frustrating that there are some farm areas you think, well, multiplayer or something, that would be quite handy, that you can't purchase. So, yeah, it's swings and roundabouts, really. So, main farm area, just here. We've got our sleep trigger at our house. Quite a large open area, so as far as placeables go, not a problem at all. We've got a pickup which we're going to use. Water point just over there. We do start with 3 tractors and a bit of equipment. I will do what I have done before. We'll go down to owned items. So this is everything we own. Not a huge amount of stuff, but everything we own. Slot count is the same on all 3 game modes. So on New Farmer, Farm Management Start from Scratch, 1,171. You have all the same buildings, all the same machinery and equipment. Only difference between them is on Farm Management Start from Scratch, you don't own this bit of start land. This bit of start land is only about 90-something thousand, was it? Oh no, 50-something, 54,000 for the start farm. Across the road, we have got another partial farm, I guess. That entire plot there, including that field, is 390 grand. But the triggers are all there at the moment. That's more of a kind of contractor's yard. But anyway, Farmer 400 silo, 400,000 litre standard crop type. Our harvester is over the back. Header trailer, harvester header, cultivator and seeder, 2 tractors, a couple of weights. That's all we start with. There are no mods. There are no required mods on this map. There are no mods added in by the map maker. Everything is standard. So it's a kind of clean slate to do with whatever you want. I'll show you that little plot. And I'll show you the bit across the way. across the way we do have, well, we'll go over there and we'll have a look. We've got a sleep trigger at a little sort of caravan mobile home. So sleep trigger's just there. We've got 2 electric charge points, a waste station. We've got methane point. We have got jet wash. There's a fuel point, workshop trigger just here. 250,000 litre hayloft shed, and then we've got a bale and storage shed just there, which will hold 250 bales or pallets. So this is on the plot that comes with that field just there. I'm always up to the road and show you what I mean about that plot that you can buy, but then you can't do anything with. It's curious. I don't know whether that's intentional or just the way it's happened. Because you drive on and think, oh, that's cool, another farm area. There's a farmhouse there, got sort of a barn building. And even when you purchase the land, you can't actually access the building, which is an odd one. Yeah, so that's that little plot. So I know often when I do map tours, people say, oh, you didn't show this plot of land, what about this plot, what about that plot? That one looked like it had buildings on. Generally speaking, when I go around and do my pre-map tour look, I kind of have a look around to see where everything is, to familiarise myself, I will often buy up plots of land that look like they've got buildings on, or potentially farms, or triggers for animals, that kind of thing. We have a rent train point just here. The train goes west-east, so from that way across that way to Goldcrest Valley, running the same way as the Elm Creek version. We go across the railway down to Feed and Grain South, which is the large facility down here. Like I say, a lot of the roadways have changed. Some are still in the same places. That's why when I first started going, it's when I got to here, I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, this seems familiar. So Feed and Grain South is just here. Another large plot of a large area, expanse of sort of ground and tarmac, which unfortunately you can't purchase. Which, if you could, would allow you potentially to put other production chains down, silos, buildings, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's plenty of land on the map. I'm just pointing out. There are there are no collectibles on the map. Contracts are available. There are no extra crop types added in. Standard crops. We come across and around here. We come to carpentry. Which is just here. From here, like I say, you go past certain bits, think, oh, and then you got a bit like that, you think, oh, that's different. So heading east, we've got the large train silo, railroad silo, just there. That's Grain Pool East. So we have another rent train point just here. If we go just inside here, we've got Grain Pool East. So for putting into the silo and taking out the silo, it's just done there. We've got a lime point just there. Back up onto the road to our right, we've got a great processing unit just there. Further along, we've got a debris crusher just there. And then we've got the oil mill just to our right there. Now, we go along this road, we're going to go a little bit further and then come back again because we need to go that way. Big open rolling countryside. Our bakery is just here. Now there are a few points, the road on Elm Creek continues along bakery, but you've got buildings that I thought would have had sell points on, but don't. But you have got, on certain plots, we've come down there to Feed and Grain South, up past the carpentry, out past here, up to there, we're now at this point. But like I say, this plot here, all of that, you can't buy that land. So the buildings that are all around there, again, you look and think, oh, that's a kind of perfect location. You expect there to be more sell points or productions, but it's just the bakery just there. Back along the way we just came, and we're going to head towards the biogas plant. Now the biogas plant is a standard production, standard recipes, standard cycles per month. Turn down here. It's 1.5 million to buy, and you do get the land as well. Heading out from the biogas plant and up the hill. We're going to go right up to the top and then come back across, heading west. She be bumpy. So on the right hand side is another one of those little farm areas. I drove past them again, thought, oh, that's cool. Could buy that up. You unfortunately can't. And down to the left, you drive all the way down that driveway to that farm area down there. And again, it's odd. All the way down. No, where are we? Here. All the way down that track there to that plot there, which you can't buy. And that's those buildings just down there. You can see. It may get an update. A lot of maps do. I mean, most maps when they're out fairly soon after they come out, they'll get updates. Spinnery to our right. Then to our left, we turn down towards the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point. There's your animal dealer. And then round the side there, animal dealer sell point, which is usually your bale type grass, hay, straw, silage bales, that kind of thing. Just there. So we'll follow the track round. It takes us up onto the hillside. To the grain mill. We do have the cave system running around. There are signposts for it. The river runs round, and then up over the top we've got the cave system. We're kind of skirting around. With a bit of forestry across the middle, as you can see there to our left. Grain mill just in here, production chain. Standard production. Out from here, we're going to take a right in a moment and take a loop round. If we continue along this road, so we come along here and we've wound round here. If we continue along that road, it brings us all the way out here at the bottom. What we're going to do is take a loop round out and across, because we need to head out to these ones. We could go straight down. I mean, realistically, we've got a couple of rivers, a couple of river crossings, some fields out on the side there, and some trackways that run along the sides of the field, so you can get across there, sort of cut across easily enough. Actually, we can carry on straight along the road. But it's lovely scenery out to the right hand side. So across the bridge, and now up towards Sawmill. up on the hillside here. Standard sawmill. I did come on and test this with platinum expansion just in case. It doesn't hurt to check, but it is a standard one. There's nothing to stop you putting platinum expansion sawmills on if you've got it and you've got it installed. Now that bit over there as well, if we go to our map, we're out here, that can be purchased, but that building, there's no triggers when you do purchase it that come up. There's no sell point or anything there. It's just a sort of factory building added in. Here. Left turn coming up in a moment, just here. On our right hand side we've got the fast food restaurant, which is just there. And then over behind it we've got the grocery mart with its sell point. Just there. We continue along this road, we come to the vehicle shop. Large open area. Again, I don't think this is a bit of land we can actually purchase. We've got a vehicle shop there, and we've got a wardrobe trigger through the building just at the other side. You can see the blue disc just out there. Sorry if it's suddenly got a bit loud. It's pouring with rain here. Suddenly started bucketing down. You can actually access it from outside, but there's a wardrobe trigger just in there. And then we've got our workshop trigger just over there. This is also the reset point on the map, so if you need to reset, this is where all your vehicles will come back to for whatever reason you might need to. So from the sawmill, back down that road, past there, grocery mart, out to here. Yeah, that's one of the plots we can't purchase. We go back out, head around and take in some more of the sell points, including the Grain West silo and another rent train point. So from here we're just going to bung a right down here to our right, just tucked around the back there is Johnson's Farmers Market. Take a route around the outside here. We come round to the cereal factory, just to our right. Dairy, just across the road there. We'll head just very quickly back up there because we kind of did a loop around the outside of this. We've got to our left the Red Marble bowling restaurant, just there, and then just off to our side here we've got the gas station. So just looping back down the route we just came on. I was just trying to find a route round that sort of took it all in without going over myself too much, but some of the bits were kind of out and about, so this was the best route I could come up with. Back over the railway. We've got the Grain West silo, transfer silo onto the railroad, so we can put in through there. We can take out through there, or we can overload onto the train to take off to selling. Rent train point. It's just down there. and then we swing around down into the southwest corner of the map to the South Valley Biomass Energy. Which is just here. And that's the map. That's the ELM Rochester by AE Mapping. Let's go back to that. So, taking those points there, up to there, down to the gas station, back across the road, past the silo and down to biomass. If we come back up that road or go on the railway track, we come back down there and we come back to the main farm where we started. That's the loop round of the entire map. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.